Hello, children. I hope you and your family are in the best of health. This academic year, we will read the book Little Lord Fauntleroy together. I hope you will enjoy reading it with me. The book Little Lord Fauntleroy is a story about a little boy called Cedric, whose father has died, and he is quite happy living a quiet, simple life with his mother and his friends in New York. And I'm sure you all know that New York is in America. Then suddenly, Cedric learns that he is Lord Fauntleroy and will one day become an earl. He also learned that he had to leave behind everything and live with his grandfather in England. Now, this particular incident brings about a great change in Cedric's life. And of course, we will find out what that change is as we read along. But the question is, what is a lord and what is an earl? Now, you must keep in mind that this story is about the olden days. It's not about the present times. And in those days in England, kings and queens known as monarchs ruled over the country and appointed earls as royal governors. The earls were given lands and property in return of the services they rendered to the kings and queens. Earls were quite powerful and rich. Lord was a courtesy title used for the earl and his sons. There is still monarchy in England, but the present queen does not have much power. The real power is with the parliament, whose head is the prime minister. So let's read the first chapter of the book Little Lord Fauntleroy, page 1, A Great Surprise. "Dearest," Cedric said to his mamma, "Dearest, is my papa better?" Cedric called his mamma dearest, just like his papa had. Cedric's papa had been terribly ill, and Cedric had been sent away until he got better. But when the boy returned, he found Dearest sitting in her chair by the window. She was dressed in black, and her pretty face looked very sad. Cedric went to her. He felt her arms tremble. There was something in her face that made his heart beat fast with worry. I'm sure most of you must have experienced this. Then when you're afraid and when you know that something is wrong, your heart always beats fast. So Cedric's heart also beat fast, and he was a bit worried, and let's see what happens now. "Dearest," he said again quietly, "is Papa well?" Suddenly he knew what to do. He wrapped his arms around her neck and kissed her again and again. She put her face on his shoulder and started sobbing. She was holding on to him tightly, as if she would never let go. "Yes, he is well," Dearest said at last. "But we have no one left but each other." Cedric was only a little boy, but somehow he understood. His big, handsome papa was not coming back. He was dead. All right, we'll stop here for today, but I would like to explain a few things to you. It says on page 2, suddenly he knew what to do. He wrapped his arms around her neck and he kissed her again and again. So that tells us that Cedric was a sensitive child. He had a kind heart and he understood things. He probably felt that his mother was upset. So the first thing he did, it came very naturally to him that he wrapped his arms around her neck and he kissed her again and again to make her feel better. And his mother also was holding on to him tightly as if she would never let go, as if Cedric was very precious to her, and Probably she felt that he was the only one in the world for her. He was the only relation in the entire world. So she wanted him to be close to her. Now, when Cedric came in, he didn't know that his father was dead. We've just read that he was dead. But of course, his mother knew it. So when Cedric asked her, is he well, dearest? And she said, yes, he is well, but we have no one left but each other. She probably said this because she wanted to break the news to him gently. She didn't want to shock him by straight away telling him that his father was dead. So maybe this was the reason she said this. But Cedric, being an intelligent and sensitive child, understood that his handsome papa was not coming back. He was dead. So next week we'll read on from here. Till then, goodbye. But before I leave, I have just one little question for you. You can send the answer to me by making an audio or a video. You don't have to write it down. You can discuss it with your parents or your siblings at home. The question is, why did Cedric call his mama dearest? Let's see how many of you can give me the correct answer.